Hello, Artefacto family. My name is Prasad, and I'm going to talk to you now about plein air painting. 3 tips. So it's difficult to sum up the difficulties and complexities of plein air painting in 3 tips, but I'll try. First of all, you have to know that everyone struggles at it, especially me. It's very difficult to get right, and more often than not, you won't achieve a successful painting, maybe until you reach complete mastery. So my first tip, less is more. I would say often, especially when I started painting, I would take photographs during the process of my painting, and I would always find like 3/4 or halfway through the photos that I should have stopped then. So knowing when to stop is really important. I think this really comes down to uh, looking too much at what you see. So you just sometimes when you're looking too much at your reference, you kind of get a bit carried away, and you lose the connection with the painting. It's better to stay connected to the painting and go with that rather than let what you see direct you. It's an interesting one. Another way to help you do less, or to use less brushstrokes, is to have a clear process. Rather than focusing too much on the final result, try to have a process, a way of working where you start to understand that now is the time to stop. For example, you start with the big shapes and you work your way to the small shapes, the details with the highest contrast. And that's a simple way of working, where you start big and light to small and dark. Um, and then after you've done your small shapes, then that's it. You know, now's the time to stop. There's nothing more to add. So that's one way to overcome that difficulty.
But before we keep on, let us tell you something that you will absolutely like. This is a new online workshop by Prasad Beaven that will help you to explore the medium in a completely new way, and it's called From Ordinary to Extraordinary. Our amazing teacher will share with you how a strong sense of notion will allow you to improve the level of your paintings. Prasad will tell you about his own philosophy behind plein air painting, and you will see how the direct experience of a scene naturally permeates into the work. And also, you will learn how painting is all about assorting the outside visual information and expressing your inner experience of it in a way that is comprehensible for the viewer. So do not miss this chance. Be sure and click the link in the upper right corner, and you will have an opportunity to register for the workshop for free. Prasad Beaven will be happy if you join him there from any part of the world. The link is also waiting for you below this video. See you at the workshop!
The second, I guess it ties in, everything ties together, but simplification. When you look at your surroundings, when you look at your reference, there's all sorts of nuances of tones. There's so much to see, but simplify it. Squint at your subject and you'll start to see the major shapes. A painting with clear, big, major shapes is far more attractive than a complicated painting, which is hard to define. You have to paint the work in a way that it is comprehensible to the viewer, that the viewer can understand what it is, that there's a clear light and dark tonal contrast happening. So simplification, and don't paint everything you see. Yeah, back to less is more. Your painting will be successful not by what you put in, but by what you leave out. That's really important. Find something that is meaningful, that touches you, and try to go with that rather than just trying to paint everything you see. Thirdly, find a reason to do the painting. When you sit down, try to understand, what am I trying to achieve? Am I trying to improve my technical knowledge of how to paint forms? For example, you could be trying to tackle how to paint a car outside. That could be one example. Or so it could be that. And in that case, just do some studies. That would be ideal. Or it could be about, there's a particular mood, a light, or a time of day that you want to capture. it's hard to put in words often. That's why you paint it. But try to find something that you want to express, and you don't have to intellectualize it in your mind. What you can do is you can just look at your scene, 5-10 minutes even, and then close your eyes and try to understand what impresses you about it, what stays in your mind's eye, and paint that. And then you will find that your painting is far more interesting, and it means something much more to you than anyone else. I think it's important to find your own meaning rather than worrying about what other people will think about it or whether other people will understand it. I think it is a kind of individual journey. It's a journey to understand yourself, and it's a very personal journey, and don't lose sight of that. Understand what interests you, and go with that. Don't sell out. Just be true to yourself, I think, is important. And continuing from that, what was I going to say? Yes, that's about it, really. Be true to yourself. Enjoy the process. Meditate a little bit if you can. Just go a little bit thoughtless and just and paint your expression of enjoyment. And yeah, thank you.